What's up, guys? You're listening to the Greenlight Weekend podcast. This is a special quarantine episode. Everybody's kind of quarantined, and since Phil's having a kid soon, he's not really interested in interacting with a lot of people, so he's staying home. Therefore, I had to find somebody to podcast with. I've thought about doing solo ones, but I think it might not be interesting, so I called in my boy Drew Mitchell, who works from home, so pretty low risk situation. None of us have done comedy in a couple weeks. So, yeah, I figured I was safe enough to bring Drew in. And we had a really fun time. Quarantine episode. I think we're going to do it next weekend. I will not be numbering these as normal podcasts because our next normal podcast is episode 100. And I will not do that shit without Phil because it's 100, man. You know, it's 100. You got to do that with your boy. We started this fucking thing together, and we're damn sure going to make it to 100 together. So until I can get Phil in here, we are doing quarantine episodes, starting with today's quarantine episode number 1 with Drew motherfucking Mitchell. You can find him on Facebook, Drew Mitchell, and you can find us on Instagram at GLW_podcast. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook, Greenlight Weekend, 3 words on YouTube and Facebook, and greenlightweekend@gmail.com if you have any business. Yeah, if you're listening to this and you're like, I really don't have shit to do, I might as well watch it. Go to the YouTube page. It will be up. I will have it done by the end of the day. So, yeah, without further ado, for you beautiful motherfuckers, here's quarantine episode number 1 with Drew Mitchell.
Hey, look, I just made it happen. Another young man out here rapping. All these antagonists coming at me. Saving the day, I'm the captain. Just imagine that I am a hero. Truth is, I ain't even got a scene, no. I don't ball, probably can't make a free throw. Lay a motherfucker out like Debo. That's right, little man with a big hook. And I got a big brain, reading them big books. I don't make shit rain, blinking when I switch lanes. Man, I play my shit safe, I don't get shit looks.
It's the motherfucking apocalypse, Drew.
It's the end of the world. It's also good to hear your voice through a microphone. It's been too long.
I know, man. It's weird. I've seriously considered doing my own, like solo podcasts.
Right.
And I just don't want it to be just terrible.
Right.
But there's also this thing when you put the effort into it, and you're like, fuck it, you might as well release it,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But at least you're like working on your software and stuff.
Yeah. I just haven't been able to get anybody over here. Yesterday I fucked with connecting my phone to the computer forever.
Oh, shit.
And then I opened like a video web conference app, like Zoom or something.
Yeah.
And that works okay. There's a slight delay, but I haven't figured out how to like pipe the audio into my recording software.
Okay.
So like I still got to have the phone, and then it's not matched up, and
Right.
I don't know. I might be doing an online podcast thing tonight.
Oh, sick.
I might be doing like 3 podcasts today.
Yeah. I would have done it yesterday, but went backcountry skiing.
Oh,
Just
sick.
fucking anything to get out of the house.
Well, at least you're doing something fun.
Yeah. No, it's sick. The thing that sucks is nobody has fucking jobs, so shit gets tracked out soon. So you got to be up there early
Mm-hmm.
if you want to get freshies.
Yeah, Evan hiked up to the top of Lift 1 the other day.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
That's what we were gonna do, but we weren't sure if like they would not be stoked about that.
No, they're cool with it.
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're not using their lifts.
Yeah.
It's national forest land technically. I know.
Right.
Purgatory leases it out, but I've heard of them kicking people out that want to skin to the backside because they don't check passes over there. So
Uh-huh.
people skin up and then ride to lift 3, and
Right.
then they have the backside all free on the lifts. But other than that, I haven't really heard much.
Yeah, the lifts aren't running, so.
What are you drinking?
4
Four Roses?
Yeah, 4 Roses.
Nice.
I crushed a bottle of JMO like the first 3 days of quarantine. Just
That's
like
what this bottle of Proper 12 was for me.
yeah, just
This
like,
cup and that bottle.
what am I gonna do? It was bad.
Yeah, it's getting weird. Look how pretty my pipe is, though.
Yeah, it's super clean.
My friend made this for me years ago, and it got so clogged I couldn't use it. And the other day I was just sitting here doing nothing.
Oh,
And I
nice.
was like, I do have enough rubbing alcohol to clean that bitch.
Oh my god, your dog is
Just push her off, dude.
Shiva, get off of me. But I love her.
I know. Everybody does. That's the problem. Everybody allows her to interrupt.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. Like it started snowing again, and then the fucking ski area is closed. We were supposed to go together on Thursday.
I know. It was supposed to be a pow day.
I know.
feel like we planned it weather-wise.
It was
really
a pow
good.
day. I went backcountry. My buddy and I got up at 5 and went to Coalbank. And we got first tracks on Coalbank, but it was like a foot of fresh. Like
Yeah.
best snow of the year.
Evan said, yeah, it was his best run of the year. He took sticks, and he said it was knee-deep
Yeah.
just all the way
Totally.
down.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's a goddamn shame. I got like 6-7 inches here.
Uh-huh.
It was fucking wild.
Yeah, it wasn't like the really wet, heavy shit
Right.
up there, though. It was just smoke. Like, I took one turn and a bunch went in my face, and I started gagging because it was just like, got in
light.
my nose. Yeah. It's pretty funny. But
Goddamn, Buffalo Trace is good.
any whiskey's good.
I've been drinking the shit out of some whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Evan were at SCA whenever they got the governor call, and they kicked everybody out.
Oh, really?
Except me and Evan. So we got a couple more beers because we're basically staff there. They
Right.
don't pay us, but we're there a lot.
Yeah.
And-
Sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, come on, SCA. I'm actually trying to get a job there. Package technician.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Do you not feel special anymore? Like, you're semi laid off, and now, like, everybody in the world is semi laid off.
I didn't necessarily feel special. I'm appreciative that I still have work for the next week or so, and I still have a paycheck coming on the 1st. You know, that's really cool. But I think this might be my last week.
Did you get bennies and stuff through work, or
Mm-mm.
no?
No,
All right.
none, nada.
I think it would be crazy to me if we didn't do like some universal health care after this. Like now that everybody's seen like yeah, you're responsible and have a job, but like it can go away real quick and not be your fault, you know?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I haven't had insurance since I got kicked off my parents when I was like 25, you
Yeah.
know? So, I pay for contacts and a new prescription every year, but I haven't been to the dentist since that happened.
Right.
The last time I went to the dentist, it was like 7-year gap, and they were like, "Your teeth are perfect."
Yeah,
so I was
I
like,
haven't-
okay.
I haven't been to the dentist because I don't like the dentist, even though I have insurance. But yeah, I went like 5 years in between and showed up, and they're like, "How often do you brush?" I'm like, "I don't know." They're like, "Well, just keep doing whatever you're doing. You're fine."
Yeah, I brush at least once a day. You know,
Yeah.
I'll catch that twice, a few times a week maybe, but every morning.
I think the thing is like I am such a zony out person. I'll start brushing my teeth and then go like start fucking around in the kitchen or like fuck with my computer.
30
I'm
minutes
just,
later, still
yeah, I've
brushing.
just been brushing for like 15 minutes, and that happens several times a week. So
Nice.
that's probably what I got going for me.
Not me. I got to get it all over at once. I would be
Really?
terrible at sucking dick. Yeah, I'm gagging. I'm like, ah! Because the one note they had was my very back teeth had a little more buildup than everything else. And I was like, well, I have a really sensitive gag reflex. And they were
Right.
like, well, buy a smaller toothbrush. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my god.
So I just suffered through it.
I just found out this lady I've known forever, for like 10 years. She's like our age, so like, you know, young 30s or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She just turned 30, but she has never sucked a dick and won't do it because her gag reflex is like so sensitive. Like she starts gagging like right away, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
It's mostly about the head, you know? You
Yeah.
get some moisture on there. The hand handles most of it. But it's like the tongue on the head is nice.
I know. It's weird. Like chicks don't get that. It's like you need to concentrate on a very small area.
It's like a clitoris.
yeah, totally.
It's the clitoris of our
It's
penises.
a big, fat, stupid clitoris.
On some people it's a small, sad clitoris.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe it's smarter. You said
Maybe.
big,
Maybe
fat,
it's more
stupid clitoris.
sensitive.
Hmm.
What's the biggest clit you've like ever come across?
6-7 inches.
Tastes like ham.
Ham, bro. Straight ham. That was such a funny tag when I thought of it.
It's so funny. And it doesn't even make sense, but like you like think of ham and you're like, yeah,
Well,
that would be weird.
I feel like there's been a stereotype a long time about how like weightlifter chicks that are on testosterone and stuff kind of have like they have a more of a man odor to 'em,
Right.
you know? And I've heard like roast beef or ham. or-
Huh. Cause like what's the most people say it smells like pussy smells like tuna, right?
or fish in general.
Fish, yeah. So guys, I think it smells like a dog's mouth personally.
Huh.
A little bit.
I feel like every pussy has its own essence.
Sure. But I where I was going with that is if they smell like fish, it only makes sense that we smell like ham, you know, or like something.
It's a much more basic food.
Right. Less flaky.
Or more widely available.
Yeah.
It doesn't go bad as fast, I think. I don't know.
Ham?
When pig goes bad, people don't fuck with it. It's kind of
Right.
like fish. Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
say the analogy's spot on, bud.
Yeah, you're onto something.
So it's the end of the world.
Is it though?
I finally got a friend over here. It feels like it.
Dude, when was the last time we saw each other? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we did a set on a Thursday, Laugh Therapy.
Laugh
maybe?
Therapy, I think, was the last time.
No,
And then,
because I did the Starlight after that. I don't know, man.
no, we did 8th Ave Tav.
Oh, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when
And then we were supposed to be on that show last Tuesday, and that got canceled.
that's when I did nose beers with Diego.
What?
Nose beers?
What's a nose beer?
What do you think it is?
You do beer in your nose?
No, it's just cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Grew up religious.
oh, right. Well, when he came up to me and was like, "You want to do some nose beers in the bathroom?" I've pretty much figured it out. You know?
Right. During your set, before your set, after?
After.
After.
Never do cocaine before a set.
Ugh.
I tried it. It's
Really?
It's not good.
I mean, I can barely do it stoned, so I can't even
Oh,
imagine.
comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, comedy stoned is good for me. I think it kind of acts like an alcoholic effect where it just kind of like calms me a little bit. It
Right.
just dims the anxiety because I'm not walking around like pacing the fucking bar because I want to look like that. Like I'm
Right.
freaking out, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. I love it.
Yeah. There's so many people that like just different venues and stuff that are just like, what is this guy doing? I'm just
And
like,
you're like trying to fight me, and they probably don't know that, like, I'm cool with that.
you're just a guy walking out of the bathroom.
Oh my God. Yeah. And you're like punching me. They're like, what is going on?
Yeah, I get a couple weird looks, and then people see me go on stage, I think, and they're like, okay,
Yeah, I get
this
it.
guy's fucking crazy. But it's just because I'm really anxious, man. I've never been comfortable public speaking. you
Right.
know? Or-
I'm sure now, though, if you had to give a speech, you'd just be like, yeah.
Oh, way easier.
Yeah.
Would somebody else write it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I could do that.
Totally.
Like, but when you're trying to push limits on what people might think is funny,
Yeah.
and shit that works in Durango doesn't really work at the 8th Ave Tav. That's what I've
Nothing
noticed.
works at the 8th Ave. Crowd work. That's the only thing I have there. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I can do to get laughs.
And I wanted to do it, man. We were gonna be on the St. Patty's Day show, and
Yeah.
that got canceled. That was like that day. Shit went down.
I've wanted to do the embassy, like a showcase there for so long.
Yeah, I've never done that room. And
Yeah. I mean, like, as far as like things that I've had to give up because of the end of the world, that's pretty small potatoes. But
What else have you had to give up?
oh, I just mean like other people are fucking like all of Italy's dead. That's way worse than missing a show.
Agreed. I don't know what that has to do with you, but
Oh no,
maybe you're just a more compassionate individual than I am.
obviously,
Clearly.
clearly.
You do have your shit together. I respect you.
Thanks, man.
In certain ways. Yeah.
In certain ways, I have my shit together. In certain ways, you respect me. Both. Yeah, sure.
Just like how you were at was it Vietnamese food?
Oh yeah.
The Vietnamese restaurant compared to me. I knew there was an open mic and I was sleeping.
Dying.
So
When I'm like
Out
that,
of
I
it.
call it actively dying. Just what's going on there? Do we need to go up with
bugging
that?
me. Yeah, just hook it right there.
Hooked.
Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah.
that look better? Isn't that
It
less
does-
distracting?
Totally. I am like having a small panic attack every day because I don't know when I'm going to be able to go to the gym again.
That is really fucking with me. I've been doing a lot of bodyweight stuff.
Yeah.
And I have a 36-pound kettlebell, which
I know. I
handles
was
a lot
looking
of
at that
stuff.
out there and I'm like, I wonder if I could order like a set of kettlebells.
Probably.
Are they
just ordered some.
expensive?
They're not cheap.
Oh.
And they're heavy as fuck.
Right, shipping's a mint.
Yeah, so I got an 18-pound one at first, and the mail guy was like, "What the fuck is in here?" Because it's only like this big, you
Right.
know? And then I got the 36-pound one, and he was like, "You're an asshole." I was like, "You had to carry it to the door. I'm gonna be throwing this bitch around. Stop being a pussy."
I ordered some like really specialized like dirt bike shock from Europe for my bike once, and same thing. The UPS guy, it's a little box, but it's just heavier than shit.
Yeah.
The UPS guy is like, "What the fuck is in there?" Like car parts or something, like
Drugs.
Yeah, drugs.
It's like a zip folder of heroin. So much in there.
Just like a black hole density. That was a terrible analogy.
I'm a fucking idiot, man.
I know. I gotta like dumb myself down for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Quarantine episode number 1. Think I'm doing another one later.
Are you? Who's
You're
on
welcome.
later?
My friend Alex.
I don't know if I met Alex.
You're welcome to chill. You can sleep right there if you need to.
Right. Well, my dog's in the truck, so
Oh, in the truck?
Shiva and him would have to fight.
They'd probably be.
They'd
okay.
probably be fine. They're like the same dog.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I want to lick people's faces and not much
yeah,
else.
your dog's a whole lot like Kelly's dog, and they get along real good.
Right.
Yeah, I had him all day yesterday, so I'm still a little weary about leaving him alone
Yeah.
because we've left him in a crate before, but he breaks out. So when I get home, they're both just like,
Those
at
like
the door.
coyote shepherd dogs are fucking wily.
Yeah, fucking clearly, because
Yeah.
it's impossible to.
Contain them.
Yeah, but I mean, they seem fine. I kind of want to get a camera
Yeah.
just so I can check on them all the time.
Is Kelly still at the bank?
Mm-hmm.
Things are moving there.
Barely. I guess people are just pulling out large amounts
Really?
of cash, and like people are freaking out, man.
It's like things are gonna be shitty for a while, but they're not gonna be that shitty.
Yeah. On the big scale, like shit's probably gonna get weird in giant metropolitan areas.
Yeah.
New York, especially,
I
just
bet.
because it's such a condensed fucking area.
Even Denver, I work with a bunch of people from Denver, and it's pretty weird.
Yeah, the people in Phoenix, I mean, it's a little more spread out. It's more like in LA. Like
I feel like their people in Phoenix are like pretty level-headed too. Like
everybody's got guns.
everybody's got guns. They're completely used to being trapped inside 6 months out of the year.
That's fair.
Because it's like 115 out.
I would argue that about New York too, but it's
Oh,
just-
really?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
in the winter, I
Yeah.
feel like people are. It's cold. That
Yeah,
wet
it is cold. That wet cold's way worse than like our dry
I love a
cold.
dry cold.
Yeah, dry cold or dry heat.
Yeah,
I'll
dog.
take it.
Fuck humidity.
Yeah, and people are just living stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, it's just dense population. Whereas, and Denver is kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's a little more dense than
Yeah.
like Phoenix.
Yeah, I am thankful. Like, I got a pretty big yard if we get confined to our houses. Like, at least I don't know, like, run laps around my house or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I'm good.
Yeah, you're fine.
There's
You're
deer
set.
every day in my yard. There's
Yeah.
a bow right there.
Oh, I'll fucking shoot one with a gun in my yard. Like, what are the cops going to do? Like, I was hungry. There was a deer.
Yeah.
Everybody's safe. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, I'll share it with
It's
my
the
neighbors.
end of the world, bro.
I don't have any buckshot for my shotgun,
Really?
but I could get some.
I don't think you can.
I bought bullets in Farmington a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah,
My buddy owns a gun shop in Pagosa, and he said, like,
that's different. Yeah.
he can't keep anything in stock.
Yeah. Well, I know Sportsman's Warehouse in Farmington's putting limits on everything.
Really?
Like 2 boxes of handgun bullets, 3 boxes of long rifle.
Hmm.
Because I tried to buy 5 boxes of 17 shells just for
Right.
my uncle because he got a dope 17 and we're going to murk so many prairie dogs with it.
Sure.
So, and it was his birthday, so I just got him a bunch. But Kelly was with me, so I was like, can I buy 3 and she buy 2? I just handed her $20.
That's funny. And he's like, fine.
It was a chick. She was pretty cool.
Oh.
She was like, I'm really, really sorry. And I was like, I totally understand what's
Yeah.
going on.
Why fucking toilet? Like, bullets I get, but why fucking toilet paper?
I will never understand.
I don't know. Like, maybe my bathroom's weird, but I got a shower right next to my shitter.
No, me too. Mine doesn't drain that good right now, so I'm going to
Yeah.
have to, I'll probably just borrow a snake from the family because I'm redneck like that.
Right.
Get some new rubber gloves and fucking get in there.
Dude, I got my own snake.
Really? How long?
It's not that long. It's like 4 feet, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, after Cat Savage was here.
Oh shit.
Well, she had
that
she got
like,
sick.
issue. Yeah.
She got sick.
Yeah.
And so between Kat and Kelly, because Kelly wasn't super down with the chick just crashing at my house, and she was here for like 3 days. So Kelly was here all the time, and between the two of them, I think they fucked up my sewage a little bit.
Women do.
I know. You get 2 women in a house, it'll just wreak havoc on your sewage.
Twice in my life I've lived with 2 chicks in one house, whatever the dynamics were, and it was always the most messy, fucked up situation. I've lived with 4 dudes and it was fine.
Organized, military.
Yeah, like there's shit laying around, like jackets and stuff, but there's not like wads of hair like crawling
and the
out of
jacket
the
moves
shower.
every day.
Yeah,
that
totally.
jacket's there because they're gonna pick it up on the way out.
Or like dudes will like eat stuff out of the container or like use one plate for a week, whereas chicks are just like brah, like every pan in the fucking universe.
My thing is cups. I will use a water cup for 3 days.
Yeah,
because it's just water. Like, and I'll give it a rinse.
Totally.
But
I use a water cup till I lose it, basically.
Me too.
And then I get another one, and I find the other one eventually, and then it gets washed.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Kelly. Every beverage has a new cup. I've never washed more cups in my life.
Yeah.
But she's hot, and she lets me do the sex to her. So
right. Yeah, that'll get you out of some situations, I hear. Speeding tickets.
The sex? Maybe.
I don't know. It's like every shitty 80s movie.
Here you go if you want more. Kelly gave me that for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to drink your Christmas
I
present.
drank most of it. It's not that.
Yesterday?
No, most of it. I drank half that bottle Christmas night and the night after. Or maybe Christmas Eve and Christmas night. I don't know. But once you get on a roll with a whiskey, it just tastes good.
Yeah, they had this.
And I was sharing.
Jameson. It was like they aged it or whatever in an IPA cask.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I had earlier. It was fucking good. I don't know. I haven't really like gone down the Irish whiskey hole yet. Like this quarantine is like my experiment into that.
Why not? Yeah, I like the Proper 12. It's affordable. It's right there with Jameson price wise, and it's just as good. I mean, I enjoy it, and I like Conor McGregor.
Okay, he's involved with that.
That's his whiskey.
That's his whiskey. Okay,
and they're sponsoring fucking boxing events and basketball games. And, like, it is massive, dude.
It's cool how like there are those companies sponsoring events that I'm really into. Like,
for sure.
I don't really drink Red Bull, but I'm thankful for them because
Red Bull's the coolest company
they
ever.
do like everything that I like.
Yeah,
like they make it happen.
Fuck the drink, but I love Red Bull as a company.
Totally.
They're the coolest. As far as like really doing something badass with a company.
Right.
Fucking nail on the head, dude. And Monster sponsors UFC and like.
Yeah, but I feel like they're like the redheaded chubby kid in middle school that just like wants a bunch of attention.
Yeah, nobody likes a chubby ginger.
It's
true.
Especially in attention.
He has like 2 really good friends and everybody else kind of steers clear.
Yeah.
I was always friends with those people.
Me too. I had one of those in my group. Ooh, that's pretty.
Oh. This is what you can have when you have a garden, folks.
Yeah. I know I saw my buddy at Home Depot and he's buying a bunch of gardening supplies and I was like, what are you getting that for, buddy?
It's like the end of the world.
He's like, I'm bored. Like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'm about to start a bunch of food and plants.
Yeah.
I told Kelly she can have a garden, but she has to take care of it.
Right.
But I'm gonna start all the plants and shit.
Totally. Yeah, you got that green thumb, so.
Yeah, veggies are easy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the ones that make a lot of food, like squash and zucchini.
Right.
Those are the ones to aim for. Big tomatoes take a lot. They take a while.
Thing with tomatoes too is like always we get those hailstorms in August, and unless you're on point, like getting a tarp over them, they're fucking gone, bro.
Yeah. Well, my garden's fenced in, and those T-posts also act very good as like tie-offs for a
like
tarp or even a sheet.
Yeah.
Like just anything to brace the impact.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, treat it like you're hardening them off. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I had it was like 3 years ago when we got those bad hailstorms that broke a bunch of windows and roofs out in Marvel.
Uh-huh.
But I had like some awesome bell peppers and tomatoes going that year, and then I was at work and it started hailing and just
No, it'll
fucking
fuck up both of those
shredded
things.
my garden.
Because they're big and soft.
Yeah.
Squash is dope.
Yeah.
Because it's got the big leaves that protect
Totally,
the
yeah.
fruit.
Same with zucchini.
Yeah. No, I always enjoyed growing squash and zucchini. Yeah, my buddy's, he has a field below his house, and he's like, dude, I'm going hard on food this year. He's like, I'm going to plow up the fucking field, dig some rows. He's like, I could flood that field in probably 30, 40 minutes from the river.
Right. Dude, I was thinking about selling my house and getting a townhouse just to like deal with less yard. But after this, I'm like, fuck, I should sell my house and get some property. And like, even if I got to live in a yurt or something, you know, be able to grow food and have some space.
You could throw up a dope yurt for like 10 G's.
Yeah, my buddy and I
Just
are
a
talking
studio
about
apartment with a fucking, 2 or 3 foot concrete on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then build on that.
it. Build a deck or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you could have an outdoor shower.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there's this yurt out by my work. Well, soon to be not work. But they have, I saw this yurt go up in like 3 weeks. You know, every day I drove by it, they were just got bigger and bigger. And then the deck got added, and then the outdoor shower on the back, which just has this beautiful view facing the river. It's blocked from the road pretty well. And there's a curtain, But that shit would be dope, dude.
You know
For
where
the summer.
Oh, totally. Or the winter. Like there's yurts up on Red Mountain, and those people just like sleep in their yurts and then go ski all fucking day
On Red Mountain.
On Red Mountain, which is some of the dopest shit there is.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's dangerous, but like if you're careful, and there's stuff for even days where it's really dangerous, you just go in the trees or whatever.
That's my favorite sentence. If it's really dangerous, just go in the trees.
Yeah,
That's holidays at Purgatory.
totally.
Go in the trees. It is the safest fucking place.
Yeah,
If you can shred. If you're not a good rider,
you're fucked.
watch out for people.
Yeah.
Which is 90% of the people. That's why it's so dangerous. It's the people that ski once a year,
Right.
and they're just fucking. And once, that's the worst kind of confidence, is when you can carve and you
Right.
start going fast
And then add 3 beers into that.
at elevation.
Yeah, and they're not like fit people to begin with. Because
No.
like some skiing, you're just going downhill, but like when you got to make a hard fucking
It's
turn.
an athletic movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like doing
And coordinated.
yeah. Yeah, it's like squatting 255 like easily. Like if you go into a hard turn, like it's not like super hard, but you can't like fuck around
Yeah,
with
but
it.
you got all your momentum
Yeah.
against you. And that's when people fuck up, catch an
Yeah.
edge. Because I'm a snowboarder, so...
Yeah.
Oh, man, those are the worst. When you thought you had it,
And you
then
catch
you
it
catch
and
the
just
other edge.
fly
Oh,
slot.
my God, bro. Just break your face. I've gotten up from snowboard crashes, just blood.
Yeah. I remember the first 3, well, like sort of. I just remember when I was learning to snowboard, like the first 3 times I went, I was
worst.
just so sore just from fucking smacking the ground over and over and over.
Yeah, and it's not even like falling.
No,
It
you
is
just
whiplash, like...
somebody might as
Bam.
well just like hit you with a board.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, like if you were running full speed and somebody threw like a rope around your foot,
Right.
like, and you just
Yeah.
fucking bam.
On concrete.
But faster.
Yeah.
So much faster.
Yeah.
50 is like normal on a
R-
snowboard.
right.
It really is. Like 60 starts getting weird,
Right.
especially if the snow's not great, but like 50 is not that wild.
No.
And to get in,
Like
it's like
going
a
down to-
motorcycle crash at 50 miles an hour.
Right. Wearing like fucking nylon pajamas.
Yeah. I have a really dope helmet now. I'm so
Really?
excited. Yeah. I'm about to move to the desert. Yeah.
Sweet.
Finally bought a dope helmet.
Does this like fuck up your plans at all? The end of the world?
We'll see.
Yeah. Cause like Betsy was gonna go to
Germany.
like that shit ain't happening, bro.
Nah. Not for a while.
Like I work with 3-4 people in Germany and like talk to them on Zoom or whatever on the computer, and they're not letting anybody
Yeah,
in Germany
for
right
sure.
now.
Is that what you use, Zoom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it seemed a little shaky. But I was talking to
It's-
somebody in Gallup, New Mexico, so who knows what his internet
Yeah,
is like.
well, it like all depends on your connection. I think yours is fine here, but
Seems like it.
mm-hmm.
Dude, I got a good spot. As long as electricity continues,
Right.
I'm not worried. If electricity stops, I'm going to drive to the ranch where I work. I'm going to take the generator. Not forever, but I'm going
Right.
to put it in my pump house, and I will have water, goddammit.
I just sold a generator in November, and I feel like a fucking asshole right now.
That is a silly move. Yeah, Evan has 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I have solar on my camper. It can't like do a lot, but like I have a little freezer in there that it'll run. So
That's cool.
yeah. But I was talking to my buddy yesterday. Like I might just outside of like hooking up my whole house, do like a somewhat big solar array that I know can like run a freezer and like a couple outlets, and just not even tie it into the rest of the house or the grid. Just have like literally,
It's like to your garage.
yeah, to my garage with like 4 outlets coming off of it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and then it's like totally silent and
What about
works forever basically.
God damn it. I had something to say, but I totally forgot about it. Oh, do you think salt is going to go up in value again?
I don't think so, because I don't think shipping's going to be horribly disrupted by this.
But what about if electricity goes out?
If electricity goes out, for sure. Like
Salt is immediately going to be like
that, and like,
the only way to preserve food.
or a smoker. I was thinking about that last night. Just like, I should probably buy a smoker in case.
Yeah, I know Phil has one. We're just going to have to get all our friends together.
Yeah, well, dude, that's like the cool thing about communities like this is like, I don't think it's going to get really serious, but if it does, it's like there's so many capable people here. It's
Yeah,
not
you
like,
have guns, yeah?
oh yeah.
I thought so.
I went and opened up I call it the bullet closet, and was like, how much do I? Oh yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Like
Unless shit really hits the fan.
I mean, unless like the zombie horde comes, like I've got 3 years worth of bullets to
like hunting hunting bullets.
yeah, hunting. Well, hunting bullets, and then some people.
Self-defense
Yeah,
bullets.
some self-defense bullets.
Yeah, I feel stupid for not getting more bullets when I was getting bullets for my uncle. Because I could have got a couple boxes of bullets for my 40.
Right.
But I didn't because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Got to drive all the way to Farmington.
Yeah, I got like a couple thousand for my 22, and with Durango deer, which you could hit with a shovel. Like, I think I can pop one in the eye with my 22, like no problem, like no muss, no fuss.
Definitely a 17.
Yeah. Oh, 22 mag.
Just a little more. Yeah, 22 mag.
Yeah.
Just
I
a little
mean-
more penetration.
Yeah.
Ah.
At the ranges, you'd have to do it in Durango. You could use a fucking baseball.
Yeah, that's why the bow, I'm like, that thing will definitely put a hole in a deer.
Did you target practice with that a lot? Like, are you pretty proficient?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually got something wrong with it. I think if I had to kill a deer, we could make it happen.
Right.
But I don't want to shoot it a lot because there's just so much tension on it that if
Mhm.
anything does,
It'll.
it's going to be bad.
Yeah. There's
It's gonna
like it'd be
blow
a
up.
catastrophic failure. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I needed to kill a deer, I'm pretty confident. I might need one buddy there with me
Mm-hmm.
because it makes like a weird pop at full draw. It's like, pop. And the arrow pops off. So I haven't ever done anything. I haven't ever released it. I just like let it go soft.
Huh.
But I think I could kill a deer with it.
Right.
Where's and then there's the shotgun if we really need to
Right.
shoot it in the head. That's how they hunt for deer out east
Yeah, because it's so the trees are so thick, right?
or something.
I think that's what it is.
They're just not allowed to use rifles.
Yeah. Houses? I don't know.
Yeah, just dense population maybe. Back to dense population.
Yeah. Fuck living in that right now.
Yeah, my neighbor has so many birds.
Really?
Yeah, chickens, geese, fucking
Oh, sick.
ducks. Yeah, me and Shiva will go grab one of them once a day if we need to.
Have
Every
you
other day.
been having trouble getting groceries, or not
Not
that big of
yet.
a deal? Yeah.
Not yet.
I was lucky and ran out of TP like
Me too. Right
a
before.
week before
Me
this
too.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a 12-pack. That should last me, what, a roll a week. Yeah. And then we moved to the hose. Like, then we,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll wash my ass in the sink if I have to. Me and
Like
Phil
I-
ranted about this for,
Like I said, I
2
got a
hours last
shower right next to mine. And like my morning shit's like, I'll wake up. First thing I do is make a cup of coffee, drink that, take a shit. and then get in the shower. And like I never use TP for that transfer, so like
Yeah.
I've got that efficiency built into my routine.
Yeah, I usually wake up so I don't shit the bed.
Right. Yeah, that's a feature after like what 25, 26. You just wake up because you got to shit in the morning.
Yeah, I just realized if I shit on my girlfriend, she will
It's gonna
never see
cause
me the
problems.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blowjobs are going to go away for a while, most likely.
Right.
I think most of the reason I get blowjobs is because I haven't shit on my girlfriend. And I've only farted on her once.
Really?
And she wasn't giving me a blowjob. She was half asleep next to me.
Has she ever queefed on you?
Well, during sex?
Right.
Sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, when else would it happen? I don't think they just store those up.
I don't know. I don't pretend to know about women.
I got queefed on last
Pretty
night.
much every girl I've ever had sex with that's happened.
Yeah. Really?
Well, there's air, you know? Air gets trapped.
So I'm like seeing this new girl, and it's happened like more with this one person than the whole rest of my life times like 100.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot.
This is every time.
Oh, okay.
Like 3 times.
Well,
every
maybe
time.
she just has a cavernous vagine.
I guess.
There's just like an echo chamber. at the
I know.
back.
I'm like, I want to like understand, like, what's going on here. Let me explore this anatomy.
I feel like if you're gonna stay with her long enough, then you can have that conversation.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know how comfortable are you guys.
Good. We've known
Nice.
each other for like 10
Oh,
years, and
then yeah,
this-
you should probably address it because, you know, do it nicely. Don't do it like you have a problem with it.
Oh, like we laugh our asses off when it happens.
Oh.
Like the first
Then-
time I was going down on her, and she like queefed right in my face.
Oh.
And it was like, that's not my butt. And I'm like, I know, I'm a fucking down. Like
No, I can see it.
yeah, like I know what happened.
Yeah, it got in my eye, actually. I saw the pucker and everything.
Yeah, it was funny.
Ah.
I mean, whatever. I'm fine with it because I know there's going to be that one morning where I wake up and like last 5 seconds,
Oh.
and then just
All
like,
the time.
yeah.
Morning, I have no control over my day.
Yeah, it's
I don't have
weird.
any say over when I come in the morning. At night,
Yeah, totally.
pretty on point.
Yeah.
Even middle of the day. Middle of the day. Yeah.
Middle of the
you
day.
can fuck all, you know, you can fuck for an hour if you want, but like in the morning, a couple minutes max.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like they're at the gates with a battery ram. And the
Right.
second you
Let
introduce
me out.
sensation,
Let
it's just
me
like boom.
Yeah. I don't get what it is about that, but it's interesting to know it's not just me.
No, me and Phil have talked about this
Okay.
too. Yeah. It's actually something I've brought up multiple times to people just to see how they react.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like because your testosterone is highest in the morning,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Just all that produced and
Ah!
yeah, it's those fucking green berets at the fucking tip of your dick with the knife in their mouth
Yeah.
climbing the sail.
Just fucking totally naked, painted black, like
For sure.
with
Or-
mud.
yeah, whatever fun color you can find. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe a nice red hue.
Yeah.
Around here, you get that nice clay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, we're going to get all our friends together and go to Evans probably
Uh huh.
if shit really goes down. I don't know. I like my fortress and I'm going to have a good garden and I have a lot of wildlife. My
Right.
landlord was like, we'll put concrete barriers at the top of the road, shut this motherfucker in if we have to.
I was thinking about that driving down here. Like, man, you could really pop somebody with a rifle from
Dude,
Brian's
from my
house.
house.
Yeah.
Good luck, dude. We're gonna have that's like the top of the ship. That's the crow's nest, man.
Totally.
Yeah, my living room is the crow's nest. You could just sit on that bridge over there and fucking tripod.
Yeah. No, that's what I thought. I was like, dude, if he wanted to slap somebody with a rifle from his living room, it would not be an issue.
I could sit in my grandma's rocking chair. Yeah.
Right.
But I could shoot a deer like that too.
Totally.
There's so many deer in this neighborhood. Every night I see them just walk by my living room window like
Oh yeah,
a
same.
foot away.
I saw
I
like a
could kill it with a 40, dude. Just
trophy
fucking boom.
buck. Like
Oh,
up
yeah.
against my neighbor's like cinder block wall.
I see more of those in town.
Yeah. It's just like, oh motherfucker, you don't know what I could do to you right now if I was hungry.
If it was 2 weeks later, motherfucker. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Last week I was a little bitter about losing my job.
Yeah.
I went real hard. And I just want to say, if anybody listened to it, I'm cool now. Yeah.
We're all good.
Yeah. I was a little cranky pants, but then I talked to my dad for like 2 hours after.
Uh-huh.
One of the first things he said is, he's like, "You sound a little bitter."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, I'm a little bitter, but," and then I like talked out everything that's going on. And I
Sure.
was like, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Like, and I got nothing against my uncle.
Right. Like, he's just not making money, right? Because oil
Totally.
took a shit.
Exactly. And the owner of the business the business we contract out to, which is why I'm employed, the owner of that isn't making money either. And I
Right.
totally understand where he's coming from. I just don't like him that much as a person.
Sure.
So that really
yeah,
fueled
like
the rant.
amplifies it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Just like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But I really don't give a shit anymore. I'm actually pumped to not do the same shit every day.
Right.
Every day, bro. I pull up to the same fence or the gate, open it, put on my fucking gloves.
And it's so long and tedious.
It's just monotonous. As well.
Yeah.
It's just the same shit every fucking day.
I bet fucking like midnight store stocking, if you want to do that, I bet that industry's a booming right now.
Midnight store
Like
stock.
late stocking shelves
Oh,
at
yeah,
stores.
yeah, yeah.
I bet every store is just like,
Yeah, if I don't hear from Ska, I'm going to hit him up. I know the head brewer. He's a great American. And he was the one that was like, "Yo, we got jobs." You know?
yeah.
So
I'm sure like since nobody can go anywhere, like any sort of shipping is
Yeah, and
probably
that's just
killing-
packaging.
Yeah, just packaging or shipping is killing it right now.
yeah, right now, if you're in Durango, Ska's doing a pizza and a 6-pack for $20, and they'll meet you at the curb.
How cool is that I don't know like what red tape got lifted, but like everywhere can do liquor delivery now. Like I saw Switchback Taco, you can get a like set of tacos and some liquor. Like they'll give you a bottle of tequila when you pick up your order.
That makes sense. Well, okay, so basically they can sell packaged liquor is what you're
Right.
saying. Yeah, that is cool.
Like let's just keep doing this. After this is over, like I want that to be a takeaway.
go get some
you know?
tacos and a bottle of
Fuck
tequila
yeah,
like
dude.
a gentleman.
Yeah.
And the up price is probably way less. I mean,
right.
you know, because you get raped when you're buying shots. Like
Totally.
you're paying a lot for a bottle of whiskey.
But if you could get like 4 tacos and a little bottle of Patron and go to the backyard and put that away, that sounds like a nice afternoon, man.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I haven't done the drive-through at Ska yet, just because I just happened to go grocery shopping right before all this shit went down. So I still have
Right.
quite a bit of food, so I'm just cooking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna utilize that, because there's a lot of businesses that are just like, yeah, come to the restaurant and we'll fucking
Totally.
hook you up.
Yeah. I had like 3 roasts that I'd bought because they were on sale, and then a bunch of green chilies. So I just got like a few potatoes and some bell peppers and
green
carrots.
chili stew.
Fuck yeah, dude. My crock pot was running nonstop for like 3 days and filled my freezer full of like green chili stew and beef chili stew. So like if I get sick, I just got to thaw that shit out and I'm dialed.
Fuck yeah.
You should come by and pick some up. I meant to
Now I
bring
know
some.
where to go.
Yeah, I meant to bring some for the podcast, but you caught me while I was at Home Depot. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, I told you too, because I didn't know what was gonna happen, and then everything was fine.
yeah,
So I just left. That's the cool part about the job. you know?
right,
Like, you only have to do what needs to be done,
right.
you know?
I feel like that's how a majority of employment should be.
100%.
Like my job is the same way. It's like if we give you something to do, you need to fucking do it when we need it done. But if you don't got nothing to do, then whatever, man.
yeah, and there's some days when you leave the house knowing, okay, this is going to be a 12-hour day. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, totally.
Shit's going to get weird, but you knew that the day before, so you wake up early, get
Right.
started early. But most days it's like, well, if nothing's wrong,
Yeah.
just go home.
Yeah, like it doesn't happen often because we're pretty good at planning, but there's been times when shit hit the fan and I did 10 days straight of like 8 to 12-hour days. But then they're cool with like, if there's nothing going on a Wednesday, take off in the afternoon, go ride bikes or go ski.
Yeah, for sure. There's been a bunch of days, like a powder day,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been watching the fucking weather. Me and Evan made a plan,
Right.
because you get to a ski resort at noon, Like, there will be a close parking spot. Somebody fucking left by
Right.
then. You know, a lot of people leave.
Totally.
You know, a lot of people only have 3-4 hours to
Of-
go ski.
Yeah, that's just physically, you mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I feel like it's just getting rarer and rarer that people are there all day,
Right.
especially locals. Locals get
Yeah.
in, get out, do their thing. I usually go for a morning or an afternoon, but me and Ev
Mhm.
used to go like noon, and we'd pick up food at Hermosa Creek,
Right.
fucking mob up there. But I could go to work at 5:30 that day and get my shit done, be home by 11, start a fire, fucking get my shit together, meet Evan.
Yeah.
It's good shit. There's not a lot of jobs like that.
No.
That's why I held on to it for fucking 7 years.
Yeah, you'll land on your feet. 7 years is a long time.
I know.
Thing.
It really is. But I work with my uncle. Like, he's a homie, you know? Just get to hang out with my uncle.
Uncle on your dad's side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's brother. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's a super cool dude.
Are
And
they pretty similar in age or?
a few years. Yeah, my
Okay.
dad's a little older.
Right
But
on.
yeah, I've always kind of related with him a little more. I think because he's not my dad,
Right.
you know? Because I see how he relates with his daughter, and they have a good relationship. There's definitely less
yeah.
fucking around,
Yeah.
you know?
No, I get that. I was
Trying to set a precedent for how to behave in life.
totally. I always had like a more chill relationship with my uncle.
I think that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sweet. Like he always like that's where a lot of my sense of humor comes from is he's just like a sarcastic dark fucker and he's like one of the funniest people I know.
Yeah.
But like says a bunch of fucked up shit.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
not the kind of guy you can get on a microphone.
Yeah,
and
no,
put out on
like
the
he is
internet.
not good for that.
Yeah, some of the funniest shit my uncle ever says is the shit that you probably wouldn't put on the internet.
Right.
But when I had him in here, I had him for a podcast, and he just real quiet,
right.
you know, very calculated, and it's
Totally.
annoying. That's
Yeah.
the opposite of what I want.
Totally.
But I respect it. I mean, it's his. I have family that listens to this,
Right.
you know, and they don't need to know what we talk about in private necessarily,
No.
because we have a fucked up relationship. We've been working together for 7 years.
I bet. Yeah, work relationships are always a little special.
Yeah.
You spend so much time with a person. you
Yeah,
know?
and it's like wartime, you know what I mean? Like, you're
Right.
going through bullshit together. You're going through the shit.
Totally.
It like bonds people.
Yeah,
Creates
when
a-
I was working, like I worked construction in high school just during the summer,
too,
and
yeah.
the relationships I had with like, they were my age now then, like 30, they were 30
Yeah.
and I was like in high school. The relationship I had with those people was like way tighter than like my friends at school.
Yeah,
Just
and it
because we were
was-
like in a fucking trench getting like concrete poured on us.
well, and you're
like,
talking to grown men too,
Yeah.
who aren't like, they're not inhibited by the social fucking rules of high school,
Right.
you know? So that's just who they become at some point. They're just fucking just
Totally.
say anything, shit on anybody. They're just funny dudes.
yeah,
And that's also where I learned how to react or how to interact with like grown men
totally.
that weren't family, you know? Because, I mean, I interacted with my uncle, but he loves me.
Right.
You know? So to interact with grown men as like a 15-year-old working for my stepdad's construction company.
Uh-huh. And if you fuck up, they'll let you know like right away too,
Oh, yeah.
which is important.
And then I turned 18 and started selling them all weed.
They're like, oh, Brian really turned out right.
Dude, every Friday, everybody'd get their check. We got paid once a week. We'd all go to the bank, and I'd just sit in the parking lot, and everybody'd go cash their check and bring me what they owed me for the week. It's fucking hilarious. I felt like Denzel in American Gangster.
Right.
Just sitting in my Jeep, like, subs, like, these subs.
What was the Denzel movie where he was a cop?
Training Day?
Training Day.
That's
yeah.
a damn good
Oh
movie.
my God.
It's one of the best movies ever. Once a year, I like to pop on some Training Day.
That scene, like 2/3 of the way through, like in the bathroom or whatever, like so gnarly.
Yeah, when the niece is, like, lying to him.
Yeah.
And then finally she's like, all right, and then this white boy saved me. He's like,
yeah. And he was like ready to fucking make a mess in that tub with a shotgun. Right?
yeah.
Yeah, he like had that dude.
Totally, yeah. No, I love, yeah. I like Mexican people. They let you know what the fuck's up.
Dude, I do too. I grew up, Pagosa's a very like Hispanic community, and I am so thankful I got to grow up in that and just
A lot of my friends are Mexican.
yeah, totally.
We
Like,
lived in cheap housing
Mhm.
and rentals. So it just your next door neighbor's a Mexican kid around your age, and that's your friend now.
Yeah. Yeah, and like play rough. Fucking,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, some of the best wrestlers.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, because I wrestled for, middle school. My first year, I won 2 matches.
Uh-huh.
Just got stomped all season. And then my second year, I only lost 2 matches.
Oh, nice.
And then, I progressed. But having like a Mexican training partner that was
Mhm.
your weight or a little bigger was the best
They're
advantage
always
you could have.
such hard workers and like so dedicated.
Yeah, and construction too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had this dude named Berto, and he was just a all around. He could do fucking anything. We built pergolas.
Right.
We fucking laid paver patios and shit, and retaining walls, shit like that.
Right.
That motherfucker could do anything, and he was probably 45,
Yeah.
just fucking hauling more concrete than any of us. Way smaller, just
Yeah.
a fucking savage.
Total savage.
Berto, man.
Berto. Yeah, I like Mexicans. They're cool people.
Agreed. That's why one reason I was so excited about going to Phoenix.
Yeah, totally.
Like the people I connected with most were all from Latin America.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. They have like so many different attitudes on just like life and death and family, and like the way they live their lives, I think I really admire it.
Because I think a lot of them went through some shit.
Yeah, totally.
And I grew up, we weren't balling by any means,
Mhm.
So like I know how to live on a tight budget, and I've never made a lot of money anyway. So it's like I drink more beer maybe when I have more money. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it doesn't change a lot.
Yeah. Did you when you're growing up, did like any of their moms ever make you pancakes with butter and sugar on them and like cinnamon sometimes?
Probably. Yeah, I had these 2 friends right up the road, Carlos and Benito, and I lived around a bunch of white people, but they lived on the top of the hill in like an
Mhm.
older house, and but they were the only kids I really liked in the neighborhood because I kind of looked up to them because they were like smoking weed and
Right.
fucking firecrackers whenever we wanted, playing Mario Kart and shit, and their mom always cooked the dankest food.
Yeah.
Benito ended up robbing me a little later in life.
Oh, shit.
Not with a gun, but he set up me getting robbed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Um
Stereotypes, you know what I mean?
I like got threatened with a knife when it was before first grade. So how old would I have been? Like 4 or 5?
I think 5 is kindergarten.
Yeah. Yeah, so like somebody pulled a knife on me like hanging out
Like
in
a
my
grown up?
I think like probably a high schooler. Like
Huh.
that was a long time ago. My memory's really fuzzy.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah. But
I
you
wouldn't-
pull a knife on a 4 or 5-year-old and tell them you want something, like you're like, "Oh yeah, here's my watch. Take it."
Right, but you could just slap them too.
Right,
It could have
yeah, it was like-
zero repercussions.
Yeah. They're not good at anything.
Like if anything goes wrong, you just killed a kid.
right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's such a rash decision to be like,
Yeah.
because you could
fuck.
just push a kid. You can take anything you want from a 4 or 5-year-old.
Right. And that's how I remember it, was like, I don't really like, you're not going to stab me because I can't do anything. I'll give you like anything I have, you know?
Yeah. Prison rules.
Yeah.
You gotta learn them young, I suppose.
But yeah, that was hanging out at daycare, and we'd like we could just walk anywhere around town or like out in the woods growing up. Like there were no fucking rules whatsoever.
That's all
like,
I did, yeah.
Like we just trespassed the shit out of everywhere. You know, climbing between barbed wire fences and like just going across the
Pagosa?
yeah,
Yeah, totally.
going across the
Yeah.
woods into town, and like we were wandering around in town like in an alley, and
Yeah, I was
That's all
always
went down.
in the neighbors' yards.
yeah,
But they were all kind of family because my
Right.
dad married into Mormons.
yeah,
So it was like everybody around was kind of related. So if they saw me, they were just like, oh, hey. They weren't, what the fuck are you doing here?
yeah.
It's like, I was walking to the river. I don't know. I
Dude,
was
what-
just dicking off.
When I was growing up, I lived like on like 40 acres like of pasture, so we'd like hay
Right.
and do that shit every year. But my buddy and he lived like a mile away, but he was like pretty much like my closest neighbor, and like we were really good friends. we'd get our 22s and just start like walking through the hay fields, but it's like this rolling kind of field area with like these like scrub oak mountains in between. So you'd like go through a hay field, get to a mountain, go over the mountain, and there's like another hay field on the other side.
Totally.
But we walked like half a day just shooting prairie dogs and like kind of lost track of time and wound up in this like farmer's area, like 2 valleys over,
Shooting guns.
And he like came out on his tractor and we're like, oh God, we're fucked, and like tried to hide and stuff. And he like pulled up and he's like, hey, I'm going to be irrigating that field, so don't shoot over there. But there's a bunch of prairie dogs like in this other pasture. Like, just give me a call next time before you come over. And we're like, oh, cool. Thanks. And
Totally.
went and murdered like a bunch of prairie dogs.
Yeah, it was not abnormal for us to just grab a gun and start walking. into
Right.
a
And
field.
then like just killing shit. And like the person who owns the field is like, hey, there's more over there. Go get them.
Yeah. I mean, the ranch I work on, like, if there's, there's a couple. I know everybody that fucking lives out there because they all want to know who the fuck is driving around out there. So now they all know me. But there's a few kids, and if any of them were like, hey, can we go shoot prairie dogs in the field? Be like, fucking have at it.
Yeah, totally.
Don't shoot a car.
Yeah, don't shoot a car. Don't shoot a horse. Don't shoot a cow.
Yeah.
That fucking washing machine that I threw in the ditch 14 years ago to stop the erosion, you can shoot that.
Shoot that all day.
Yeah.
From a long ways away. You can put a can of Tannerite under it and fucking shoot that son of a bitch.
Ping.
Guns are fun, man.
Yeah. So when you move to Phoenix, if the world doesn't end, which it's probably going to,
Yeah, I mean, I'm really playing it by ear at the moment.
would that be the first time you lived in a city?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think it's hard going from like how we grew up to that. Like I've lived in a couple cities and I just need more space, bro.
That's why I chose Phoenix. I
Yeah.
mean, my mom's house,
That place was
that's
sick.
$1,200.
Yeah.
That's a decent amount of space.
Uh-huh.
And I could have a podcast studio, no problem. Have a garage with a gym in it.
A
and
lemon
fucking
tree.
200-pound heavy bag in there.
Yeah.
Just mats, Fucking work out barefoot every day in my own garage.
Fuck yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of salty because like all the gyms are shut down,
That
but I already
sucks.
paid my dues, so it's like,
No, nobody's getting that money back.
yeah. But I mean, the gym owner's got to pay rent, so I can't really talk shit about him, like,
Yeah, they better be cleaning that motherfucker.
yeah, thing better be sparkling when
That's
I
what
get
I'm
back.
saying. The rec center better not smell weird in the same corners that it has in the last
Totally.
recent. There's some benches you lay on and you're like, what smells in here? Like, something right here stinks. It's a 45-pound plate that's tucked all the way in.
It's so bad.
Fucking filthy animals.
Yeah, that place
Smells like ham.
smells like ham. Power lifters everywhere.
There's a couple savage motherfuckers that go to the rec center that you just kind of steer clear of when they're there.
Yeah,
Just giant. Just on. Yeah, there's
they're
this
on
dude that
drugs
sells
for
cars.
sure.
Yeah, there's this dude that sells cars. And I saw him at the gym all the time. He's fucking like Macho Man Randy Savage at his prime. Like
Right.
Deca to the max. Just his traps are like almost to his ears. And he's fucking huge. And he's doing
Right.
isolation exercises. Fucking, all the whole time.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw him at the car dealership when Dusty was buying a truck. And I was like, this is what you do? You know what I mean? It's just like,
I
God
thought you just were the guy that ripped phone books in half.
yeah, what do you just fucking intimidate people into buying cars because you're giant?
Yeah. Man, there were some huge motherfuckers at that place. I used to go to the rec center, and there were like younger dudes, but just like
There's some burly boys. Yeah.
huge. The gym I go to now, you don't see people like that at all.
Just rich people.
No, it's like a lot of oil field trash.
Really?
Yeah.
For $100 a month? Well, most people in the oil field make a lot more than me.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Like 3 times what I make is not that's pretty normal.
Right. Yeah, there's some dudes there that are like definitely fit, but not just those hulks like you see at the rec center.
Yeah, I feel like they want to do other things.
Probably.
Do you think they look at The Rock and they're like, one day?
One day. Probably. They probably saw him in Farmington and just like ever since then.
I don't think anybody saw The Rock in Farmington.
There was a picture of him in the paper, like shaking
Oh,
hands with
Defined
somebody.
Fitness, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He was at the gym. Got it. Yeah, Jack Black went to the brewery every night. Just got fucked up with everybody.
That's amazing.
He's like, driver! Such a crazy fucker. It
Yeah,
wasn't Jack
fuck.
Black's voice, but
No, it wasn't. That was like British.
yeah, I was thinking Jumanji because I just watched it and I accidentally did the British cat.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Isn't there like Jumanji 18 just came out? Or 4?
I think it's 2.
Two?
Second one with The Rock. It was okay. It was definitely more of a family flick.
Right. I remember, wasn't there like a cartoon or something of it when we were kids? Or maybe we just like,
There's a movie with Robin Williams.
no. I think maybe we just like did the book in school or something. And it was pretty dope because it had
Thinking
like
of
a
the
bunch of
Jungle Book?
pictures. No.
Oh.
That was cool too though.
Yeah.
Is that like the last book you read was the Jungle Book?
No, I'm almost done with Anthony Bourdain's book.
Oh, how is that?
It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, Kitchen Confidential. It's super heady, like
Really?
kitcheny. It's
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna-
fucking inside baseball on cooks.
That's what it is, just a bunch of inside baseball and cooking.
But it's good.
Yeah,
like,
no,
and it
I'm,
also
that's really
yeah,
interesting.
but it's more inside baseball than I thought it was gonna be. It's just like
mm-hmm.
talking about individuals that end up being like genres of people that work in kitchens, and it's crazy, but it's about savagery, you know? It's
Right.
just like terrible people like doing terrible shit, but they're all together, so it's like cool because
Right.
they're just debaucherous cooks, you know? It's weird.
It's funny how every group or like every facet of life has that group of people that are just fucking savages. Whether it's
Dude, all the servers in this fucking town are coke-addled fucking party animals.
yeah, they're
Doesn't matter if
crazy.
they're 20 or 60. They're fucking savages, dude.
I remember I was surprised to hear like Coke was so big here because I never worked food service. It was always like boot fitting or like retail or construction or something. And I was like, oh, and that's all like weed smoking.
Oh, there's a lot of coke and meth and stuff in Farmington, at least.
Yeah.
First time I did coke was outside a church on a construction job
Nice.
in the back of the work truck. First
Yeah.
time ever. And they had to talk me into it.
Really?
Yeah, because I was a pothead, man. And
I had to get talked into smoking weed. I was like, so am I going to get addicted to that? And they're like, probably. I was like, okay.
yeah. I realized when I went to jail that there was no physical, like, withdrawal that I experienced. And I was smoking a shitload of weed. Way more than I do now. I didn't have a job. I was a
Yeah.
fucking dealer, dog.
Sure.
That's all I did. I drove around and met people and sold weed. They gave me more money than any job ever had.
Yeah.
Regularly, like,
Yeah, I do a week off like pretty regularly. It doesn't really bother me.
there's days where I take one hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just because I was like, oh, weed.
Right.
Not because I was like, I need weed. I just saw it. I was like, oh, there's still another hit in this pipe, and then hit it, and then put it down, and don't think about weed for the rest of the day. Other days, like if I'm hungover, I smoke
Yeah, that's
in the morning.
That's a better way to deal with a hangover.
Goes away.
Yeah, it's just gone. Unless it's like one of those epic hangovers.
Yeah, then you might just start over. Start
Mhm.
drinking, baby.
Yeah.
What do you got to do that day? That's how you judge that. Shot of whiskey never fucked with my productivity.
No.
3.
3.
We're getting there.
Yeah. 2 even. 2's a teeter-totter point.
It really is. That's when you're playing with. Are we diving deeper? Or are we gonna
what
back
are
out
we
of this?
doing
Yeah.
here? Up or down? Up or down? We burning up too much time.
No, I was
Alright.
just making sure it was still moving.
All right.
Yeah, we've been recording for an hour.
No shit.
If you see anything pop up, let me
Tell you.
know,
I'll tell you.
because that probably means that the storage is full. But I don't think that'll happen. That one happened on the Bubba McComb
Really?
because I was like, all right, you boys want to promote yourselves? And
And
it
it was
was
just
right
like,
when that happened, and Bubba was like, Hella Tired Podcast, that's all that fucking matters. And then he went on to say more stuff, and then Peter promoted his shit heavily, and then I said my shit, but right when he was like, Hella Tired Podcast, that's all that fucking matters, it just stopped, and I didn't notice.
Oh, no.
So that's the end of the podcast.
That's actually pretty funny, though.
No, it was, the timing couldn't have been better for that situation. It was after the interview portion.
I like Bubba
We smoked a
lot.
blunt. Yeah,
Yeah, he's all about those blunts.
he really is. Him
Like-
and PJ.
He did a Facebook video of like how to roll a blunt Bubba style or whatever.
Well, yeah, everybody's quarantined. He's like, what can I put on the internet?
Yeah. Did you watch Kate's
Yes.
makeup videos?
I watched him on my TV like a gentleman.
Oh man, I feel like a
I
piece
saw
of
him on
shit
my
now.
phone, and then I was like, no, I'm going to watch this on the big screen. I waited for Kelly to get home. We
Yeah.
fucking made it in a vet.
Oh, that's amazing.
Just because I watched the first one on my phone. Because I was like, what is this? I was probably taking a shit or something.
Yeah, no, I totally
Just
watched it.
laughing.
I was taking a shit like, what is she doing?
But the second one I watched on the TV
oh man.
held off.
What do you think about, like, I don't know if it actually happened, but Matt McDermott from Starlight was posted, like, they're going to do the open mic where you just send Emma your videos. Did you do that?
No.
Did you see it? No.
I saw one. I thought it was music because it was like keep the good
Oh.
tunes going.
Okay. I saw one for comedy.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Hmm.
I haven't been with how much isolation. I really haven't looked at my phone that much.
Right.
I feel like the busier I am, the more I'm like, oh, I got a minute and look at my phone. But now that I just don't have a whole lot going on, my phone stays charged longer. It's weird.
Sure. Yeah, I've pretty much been hanging out with like that chick I'm seeing and then my backcountry partner, and those are like the only two people I really see. You're like one of the first people I've seen in like a week.
Yeah, me too. I went and paid rent and my landlord put a mask on.
Oh, really?
And I was like, that's not a respirator. It's not going to help you.
Yeah.
Like, if I have it, you're going to die. Just kidding. No, he's 70. He's a fucking savage.
Yeah.
But he put like gloves and a mask on after I walked in. And then like halfway through our conversation, the mask was on top of his head and he was just like going off.
It's so funny, people's reactions. Like, I'll see him.
I understand if you're old.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, period. Like, I don't know. I'm probably not going to die from it, but like, I don't want to get sick. I
Yeah,
hate
and
being
there's been
sick.
reports of permanent respiratory damage.
I'd be so
Fuck
pissed.
that,
I'd rather
dude.
die than
From
like,
the coronavirus?
Yeah.
No, if I'm
totally.
going to have permanent lung damage, I want to smoke cigarettes for 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Fuck corona.
Yeah, just because like you touched a doorknob.
Fuck corona.
Yeah.
You know, what's the
My
song?
Sharona.
It's the end of the world. That's been
Yeah.
just playing in my head.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I haven't even watched Scrubs or anything for a long time.
That was the theme song for Scrubs.
I don't know, but it's
No,
the kind of
kinda
song
remember
that
it.
would be
Yeah,
in it.
totally.
It's just all the music's a little gay. Not in a bad way. It's just I like it, but I just don't tell people I like it. It's like fucking a fat girl. I'm into it, but you don't brag about it.
Somebody texted me today, like
Unless you're me.
they'd been listening to a bunch of Limp Bizkit, and they're like, "I just got to tell somebody." Like, hey, cool, man.
That's funny. That's how I feel. Like I used to listen to like Cottonmouth Kings a lot.
Yeah,
like
it's-
Head PE.
Yep.
And, like I've been to a bunch of Head PE concerts because
Really?
they used to come to Farmington all the
Oh,
time.
no way.
And I was like 18, 19. We just got fucked up.
I would have gone to
we
that
got in
if
fights
I would
all the time, dude.
known.
We
Head PE
we got in
concerts?
so many fights because all that was in Farmington was like Head PE. Cottonmouth Kings came a couple times.
Uh-huh.
I saw Afro Man at this one place that's now a church. And yeah. Lot of like metal, just like heavy fucking
Mhm.
metal, like Whitechapel and like
Oh, shit.
super heavy shit, and just always fights. Phil's now fiance, one time drunk, might have been a Head PE concert, but there was this fat dude that was like shoving up on everybody trying to get closer to the stage.
Uh-huh.
And we had claimed our fucking spot, you know, and we were like moshing and stuff. And he shoved up on her, and she turned around and slapped his hat.
Oh,
And she was like, "Back up, little bitch." This dude was like 6'2", big fat dude.
Yeah.
So me and Phil immediately just like threw her back and got in front of him. But the singer was like, "Hey, get this fuck guy out of here!" And the whole crowd was like, "Ah!"
they just turned on him.
Oh, that's awesome.
I went to
Cole's a
like,
gangster.
fuck, dude. Yeah.
She's terrifying. She used to be 5'05", like
50 Fizzy.
not playing. Yeah, she was scary.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the 505.
Nah, man, we're sensitive people. I mean, I won't come back with guns, but I met a lot of people that would.
Yeah. Yeah, there are people in Pagosa that were like that. Like, you wouldn't want to fight, like, the kid in your grade or whatever, like, the kid that was your age, because all his cousins, like 8 of them, would just come fuck you up. They were all older.
I feel like when I was in school,
Mm-hmm.
like middle school, was when a lot of fights were going down. I moved to Kirtland in high school, which is a Mormon community, and a lot of native, like, people come in from the res, Shiprock, whatever,
Yeah.
water or Fruitland, which is cool. But it seemed like there was a lot less fights. Like, I got jumped
Mm-hmm.
like a couple times and got my ass beat because I was
Right.
like the new white kid, and I probably smarted off somebody.
Yeah.
And I was
totally.
small. I was little, dude. I didn't grow till like senior year.
I was fat. I was just a fucking butterball.
cute little.
Cute little butterball.
Did you ever do the truffle shuffle? For sure, right? Oh, you didn't see the Goonies?
Yeah.
You didn't have TV. If you had TV, there'd be video of that.
Right.
Fucking-
Truffle shuffling.
Yeah, but in Farmington middle school, there was fights all the time, but there was like pretty, like, respect. Like when people lost a fight, like there would be a rematch, but there was so many people there that we all kind of held them to the rules. And
Right.
if you like cheap shotted somebody outside
Yeah.
of the scheduled fight, then everybody hated you. Like, so it was like a weird code of honor.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And then we would, like, after Fight Club came out, I was probably like a sophomore then.
Oh yeah, you're old.
Yeah, I'm old. We would go to the tennis courts and just like, you could like enter into a boxing match just like,
On accident almost.
no, just like go volunteer and be like, hey, I want to fight you, and be like, cool. You know, there's no bad blood or anything, but we like kind of did that for a while.
We should do that in the Durango comedy scene.
That means you and I would have to fight, and that would be terrible.
Nah, I mostly just want to fight Trevin.
I,
We'll just do one main event, like call it quits.
I would just need to punch him one time. Just one strike.
Yeah. I was all gravy with him till he like got in my face kind of tough. And then
He turned a little bit at the last couple things, it seemed like.
he's been cooler with me,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
which is dope, but he was a little confrontational with me for a minute, and
Yeah.
just like, do you think you could whoop my ass? Just out of curiosity.
The thing that
I've
got...
choked out a 300-pound man.
Yeah.
Jadrian's scary. I wouldn't want to fight Jadrian. I have no reason to, but
I don't think that'd be that
I don't know, man.
big of a deal. Yeah, you never know.
He's deceptively fast. I've kind of slapboxed with him a few times.
Really?
Well, just kind of fucking around, and then he hits me like really hard, but I didn't see it coming.
Right.
I also didn't expect that kind of impact when I was just playing around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Life or death?
Life or death?
Zombies, Jadrian? Yeah. Fuck up zombie Jadrian. What would be your apocalypse weapon? Your apocalypse weapon. Obviously gun, but other than a gun, I think shovel's pretty strong.
Oh, really?
It's not that heavy. It's got a lot of reach.
Like a big axe. Not like I want a broadhead axe on like a handle, maybe like...
Not like a wood splitter, but like an axe.
Yeah. Like a wood splitter handle, but like a bigger blade. I think I could hold my own with that. 'cause
Like a
I split
war
a lot.
axe?
Yeah, a little bit, but not like with a 6-foot handle on it. Would be too much.
Right. A lot of leverage, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could have like a normal sized axe, like you're
Mhm.
kind of talking about, with a little bigger head on it, maybe.
Yeah.
But you could probably carry that on your back. And then you could have a shotgun, obviously, pistol. But then you're gonna. I think a sword is pretty strong,
sword would be strong. I think
like a
a
samurai type sword, not too heavy,
like a bolt action rifle that with a good scope on it.
for sure.
That would be like the thing that I would really want to have. That
Especially living here.
right. Big lot of long lines of sight.
Yeah, I mean, people could go all the way up Farmington Hill and climb down.
Mhm.
That would be a threat.
Yeah, I think that, like a kind of sniper rifle-y thing, the axe I described, and Like a 9 or a shotgun. Shotgun would be heavy to carry, but I could do a lot more work with that than with a 9.
The shotgun's your panic
Right.
weapon.
Yeah, that's like get out of shitty situation
Yeah,
machine.
you can put down 10 people.
Yeah.
If they're close to each other, like you could really do some damage.
I got a pretty sweet
It's
shotgun.
like a fire extinguisher.
It's like a cheap Maverick 88. They're like, I think they're like $300, but they have a defense version with it's the shortest barrel you can legally have, and then I think it's a 7-round tube mag on it. It's a pretty fun little machine.
With like 3-inch, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 7 shots, a 3-inch buck. You could solve some problems with that.
You'd tear a house down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a Mossberg that I got at a pawn shop for $250
Oh,
on my
nice.
18th birthday.
Sick.
East Main Pawn, Farmington, New Mexico.
East
Still
Main
there.
Pawn.
It's the best place to buy ammo. But yeah, I love that fucking gun.
Yeah. I have it's a Remington 722, which I don't remember the number of the modern one. I think it's like 720. But it's like this 1950s gun that my grandpa gave to me. But it's like a bolt action hunting rifle that's
Like,
yeah.
sick.
But
Like
it-
lever action?
No, like it's
Oh.
like the thing.
So like a bolt action.
Yeah, a
Okay.
lever action would be sick, but no, it's this like 70-year-old fucking hunting rifle, and it still like shoots perfect.
Yeah, guns are cool that way.
Yeah,
Like an old gun, if you take care of a gun,
Right.
they pretty much do their job.
forever.
It's just an explosion, and yeah.
Yeah, lever action like cowboy gun, that would be sick.
Yeah. What's that company that makes cowboy guns? I can't remember.
There's Henry.
Henry Rifles. Yeah.
Henry rifles.
It'd be cool to have a lever action Henry rifle.
What caliber do you think you'd get?
I don't know.
Because they have them like with pistol calibers, and then with like 30-30 or like other rifle ones.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad just got a 300 Win Mag.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big fan of that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he's like, you put a fucking hole in. You can shoot a goddamn elephant with this thing.
Oh, that. Yeah, you could shoot something at 800 yards with that if you knew what you were doing, and it was a good load.
Yeah.
That's a long ways away.
Fuck yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, big guns are cool. Because it gets to the point where once you got a big gun, you kind of want to be able to put down damn near anything.
Yeah. I don't really go bigger than 308.
Yeah, 308.
It's just common,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to practice enough to be able to physically take a shot further or like more substantial than what a 308 could do.
For sure.
So,
Guns.
guns. Do you wish you had an AR right now?
Phil's got one.
Phil's got one. You can go borrow it.
No, we'll just probably post up together.
Right. You got the shotgun. He's got the AR.
Yeah, I got a Glock. He's got a Glock. Or I don't have a Glock. I have a like a cheap 40.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the name of it.
I had a Glock 21 for a while, which is like the 45.
Yeah.
But it was way too big. Like, I have big hands, and it was too big for me.
Yeah, Phil's got a 40. I got a 38. Like, we'll just give the 38 to Quell.
Right.
Stash her in the back.
She'll
38 will get him by then.
She'll probably be like pistol akimbo, like a 38 and a 9 or something.
Actually, Quell, yeah, she's very comfortable. Because Phil worked at the lake, so he'd be gone for like 3 or 4 nights sometimes. And Quell is very comfortable pulling the gun on the door,
Right.
If she hears something, like, she's fucking...
How long have they, like 20? They've been
10
together
years.
like 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay. But they've
Since-
known each other forever, right?
Nah, they got together right when they met each other pretty
No
much.
shit.
Yeah, they fell in love. It was at a party we had, and she was like on a date
Uh-huh.
to our house party,
Oh, no.
and the dude didn't smoke weed and didn't want to be around it, so he sat in the in the laundry room on the washer and dryer, like while everybody was having fun.
Right.
Like a decent amount of people, probably 20 people, and maybe 15, whatever. And Phil and Coel were just sitting next to each other smoking weed,
Right.
and just like fell for each other. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
And then their next date after that, they did mushrooms together.
Oh, my God.
And the story was fucking wrote. Yeah.
Yeah. After that, where do you go?
You either make it or you don't. Yeah.
Right.
Because mushrooms with somebody you don't know that well is a very risky proposition. Like red flags seem like big red flags.
Mushrooms with somebody you do know really well can be.
It's very risky.
Yeah.
No, that's how I knew my last relationship was over. For her
Really?
birthday, we went to the Pagosa Hot Springs, did mushrooms, and she said so many things. We were together 5 years at this point,
Right.
and she said so many things that I was like, that's just not what I want, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, I still made the trip gravy, and we were all cool, but I
You just
knew.
knew.
I was like, this is over.
That's how like I knew that the friend group I'm running with is like solid people that I want to be around, because I did that back in the fall. And I just no stress, just like they were all sober, I was the only one that ate them. And it was like, dude, if I'm cool around them, like in this situation, like these are cool people to be around.
Yeah, I like it more when they're also influenced.
Oh, it's definitely
because
more
it makes
fun.
you vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like it's good to see how people react to being vulnerable.
Right.
I really enjoy that. Because some people are troopers. Like,
yeah.
and I guess that's maybe why I like comedy so much. It's such a vulnerable position.
Right.
That's why I like Jason so much.
Oh yeah.
Nobody handles a
totally.
bomb better than Jason. And he's a great fucking comic, and he's got great jokes. He needs a bigger market, better market.
Yeah, this scene is just too small. Or not scene, but like the audience pool is too small.
Yeah, it's
for him.
almost like it's an echo chamber. Like it's only got so many acceptable topics, and like
Right.
you know.
I think he would do well in I think he'd do well in New York even, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because he grabs your attention.
Well, and he doesn't back down.
Mm-mm.
Ever. There's
no, dude,
two
he's a
people
fucking
in the room,
bulldozer.
and they're both talking. He doesn't give a fuck. Like
yeah.
that's why I respect Jason. So I guess it's comedy and psychedelics are similar in that way. Never put that connection together.
A lot of comedians do psychedelics.
Well, yeah.
Joe Rogan, does DMT.
You ever
all
done
the
DMT?
time. No.
Me neither.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you done salvia?
Salvia?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't recommend that.
I tried it once and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And I
Count
gave up.
yourself lucky.
Really?
Yeah, I thought I died. I thought Phil and
Shit.
Coel killed me. I thought it was a conspiracy.
Oh no.
For about 20 minutes, I was sure I was dead, and it was because of my best friend and Coel.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Nah. It is the worst drug I've ever done in my life.
Huh.
I hear when you do it drunk,
That's
though,
saying a lot for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hear if you do it drunk, though, Phil was drunk as shit one night and did it, and he said he had a fucking blast.
Huh. I don't know, man. I get pretty much everything I need out of weed and coffee.
I like booze.
Booze is okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really all you need. I mean, I bought an extra bag of coffee at the store.
Yeah.
I got plenty of weed.
That'd be a total bummer if we couldn't get coffee anymore. That's what the end of the world was like.
Well, if borders start closing.
We'll just all be grouchy in the morning.
I only drink coffee a few times a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love coffee.
I love it too. And probably the most productive times in my life, it's been like mandatory every morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, priority rather.
Right.
But no, I just wake up, take a shot of whiskey. It's fuck.
You and Kesha brush your teeth with a bottle of Jack.
No, I brush my teeth with Arm & Hammer like a gentleman, and then I take a shot of whiskey because I hate the taste of toothpaste. Yeah. No, I brush my teeth and eat an orange like a fucking psychopath.
Have you ever? What do you think? Like, I don't even want to go there. Never mind.
Is this a Jeffrey Dahmer-esque question?
Yep, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
Called it.
Do you think that'd be worse, like brushing your teeth?
What, eating a person?
Yeah,
Just the thought of it kind of fucked me up.
I know. You had to swallow hard on that.
Well, it was the whiskey and the eating a person thing. Yeah, I don't want to eat a person.
Would you though? Like if it was a survival situation?
Well, it depends on how desperate I am.
Right.
like ultimately desperate, seriously concerned with dying, yeah. But if I was just hungry, nah.
Can you imagine how dire? Like, did you ever read that book Alive or like see the movie where
I saw the movie.
the plane crashes in the mountains?
Mm-hmm.
Phew. Like all you have is snow and rock and other people.
There's no guns.
No, I think they just killed the people that died on their own, like from the
Or
Plane-
ate the people.
yeah. Well, they died in the plane crash.
We gotta eat some.
I think
In that situation, I
would
feel like
try really hard to just walk off that mountain. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat a person, but like I'd just try and not be on that mountain.
Yeah, but what about opportunity? I mean, how cold is it? Is it cold
Yeah.
enough to preserve a human body? Like, is this meat gonna go bad? You know, if it comes to those are all things to think about. But yeah, if I'm just hungry,
Mm-hmm.
nah, man. But a month in,
Yeah.
22 days in, starting to act like a vulture.
Are you
Just
like?
circling that motherfucker. This is getting weak.
Have you been thinking like, what if all the people that died from coronavirus? What if they woke up in like a month and started biting people? Like, what if this was a zombie apocalypse?
I don't like the Bible.
I don't like the Bible.
I have not been thinking that.
But that's like how Walking Dead started.
Really?
Well, yeah, people got sick and then
Oh yeah.
started eating each other.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I mean, I saw the first episode and I was like, I'm good. I don't need.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't like horror shit, man.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't need it bouncing around in my head. I have such a
I get
vivid
you.
imagination.
I'm on board with what you're talking about.
My anxiety alone is like, especially doing comedy.
Uh-huh.
I think that's how I sold the weed doctor to give me more plants. It's just like,
I have such bad anxiety.
I was like, dude, I do comedy and I'm a fucking psychopath before I go on stage. Like, I'm freaking out.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me that bad anymore, but I remember at first.
I just want to do good, man.
Yeah.
You only have so many opportunities in this town. If you could go up twice a week, you're like, I want to make this shit count. And that just builds and builds.
I don't know if it's so much I want to do good, but I just want to I want everybody who's there to have a good time, you know?
For sure.
Like, I want it to be fun.
Yeah, dude. That's what you're there to do. You're literally the supplier of fun.
Right.
You're fucking... You signed up for that.
Yeah, you signed up to deliver the fun.
You agreed to deliver the fun.
How long do you think it's going to be before we do a mic or a show again? Fuck,
I don't know, man. Never?
I'm like trying not to think about it. It's going to be a month.
Yeah,
Months.
if we could get a few people together into a room
Mhm.
and do only new material and record
Right.
it like at a house and then put that online but only new material, so it's gonna make us in the room laugh. You know,
Right.
only a few people, maybe 6, 7.
Mhm.
What's the Trump number? 10?
10.
Yeah, but Kate's not gonna come. Emma's
Kate'll
probably
come.
sick. Callie's probably sick.
Callie's sick.
She's immune to everything, but she damn sure carries
She's
it.
sick. Yeah. I bet Kate'd come because she's making videos about makeup.
By herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I totally get Phil not wanting to come over. My girlfriend works at a bank. He's
Right.
having a kid in a month. Like, that's the responsible thing. Just in case. You're having a kid. Time to
Yeah.
act like a dad, you know?
Dad Phil.
And he's doing it well.
We're going to have to buy him some like New Balance 571s.
He'd
White.
love that.
Yeah, I know.
He'd be so happy. White and gray.
Yeah. Welcome to Dad.
The
Phil.
gray and
Yeah.
the New Balance. Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to do more podcasts, I need a friend.
I'm just so fucking pumped to be hanging out. Like, it's been so long.
For sure.
It's been a week, but
Yeah, we've been hanging out for 90 minutes, and I gotta
Yeah.
tell you, it's just exhausting.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Do you got anything
To plug? No.
you want to talk about?
Talk about?
Any closing topics? And you can hang out. Me and Alex are gonna do a podcast in 2 hours if you want to chill.
2 hours. Yeah, I'll probably hang out a while. I know I don't
Oh,
really
your
have
dog's in the
anything I want
truck,
to
huh?
talk about. Yeah, our dogs can fight though for
Yeah,
a while.
That'll be fine.
Yeah,
Just wipe the mud off.
totally. Yeah, that yard's all fucked up,
Bro.
Kelly's
Kelly's dog and Shiva, because all they do outside is fucking get after it. You know
Right.
what I mean? They're just rolling. They come back in, and German Shepherd hair just all matted with mud. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, dogs are a fucking mess. The inside of my house is just like dirt and hair. And I can sweep it like every day, and it's just dirt and hair all the time.
Kelly swept like 3 days ago. It's fucking
Yeah, her dog, I
trashed
bet, sheds bad.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck.
Like a motherfucker. So yeah, no dates in the foreseeable future. We're all gonna die. Stay safe. Have sex. I want pictures of all the Corona babies. Hashtag Corona baby is
Coronials.
Totally gonna be at the
Coronial?
bro. That's good.
There's gonna be so many coronials.
Oh my goodness. You think that's gonna be a real thing?
People are stuck inside. Like
No, I know the
all I
babies
have-
are gonna happen,
yeah.
but do you think we're gonna call them coronials? Because
I
that
hope
would be
so.
awesome.
I hope so.
Millennial, coronial. Oh my goodness. It's better than boomers.
Well,
Yeah, there's
they're
gonna be no more of them.
gone,
Yeah.
Can you imagine how cheap classic cars are gonna be pretty soon?
Dude.
Or real estate?
Supply and demand. That's such a funny joke. You should write that down. Have you written that down?
No.
You need to write that down. All right, we're gonna go write stuff down. Phil is taking a step back from the podcast because he's having a kid, and I totally understand. Drew might be joining me more. Dave, we're gonna do as many Corona, or what was I saying?
Corona. I don't know.
What's it called when you stay inside?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. We're gonna have as many quarantine episodes as I can manage to gather guests.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do this as much as I can. Thank you guys for listening. Check us out at GLW_podcast on Instagram, Greenlight Weekend, YouTube, and Facebook, and greenlightweekend@gmail.com.
And hey, everybody support small business. Steamworks, Ska, El Moro. They're all doing takeout. Zia's doing it. Like, they need your money.
And let's be honest, we need food.
Yeah.
And if you want, it's like an open mic. If you want it to stay going, we all got to kind of participate. If they're not making enough money to stay open, then we won't have that food source. So stay away from strangers. Love the ones you're close to. Don't get old people sick.
Stop hoarding toilet paper, you fucking weirdos. Knock that shit off.
Yeah, if you want to know how I feel about that, listen to episode 99 where I went off.
All right.
And I love you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, look, I just made it happen. Another young man out here rapping. All these antagonists coming at me. Saving the day, I'm the captain. Just imagine that I am a hero. Truth is, I ain't even got a scene, no. I don't ball, probably can't make a free throw. Lay a motherfucker out like Debo. That's right, little man with a big hook. And I got a big brain reading them big books. I don't make shit rain, blinking when I switch lanes. Man, I play my shit safe, I don't get shit looks. Drowning your swag in a swimming pool. All you fake rappers never even been to school. Kendrick had that one called swimming pools. And it went over your heads, you ever been to school? Nah. Pay attention, motherfuckers. Y'all settle down, settle in, motherfuckers. Telling y'all never gon' win. Every time I go in with a pad and a pen, motherfuckers. Apologies, y'all can't face mad. It's a prodigy, that's kind. Min sense is a part of me, that's I. Amazing when you step, better be kind. But then, I ain't in the game tryna make threats. I be in the game tryna get checks. More than that, there's much more to rap than getting money, little honeys in a 100 stack. Keep popping rubber bands and I'm done with that. Or maybe it's because I ain't done it yet. Whatever the fact is, too many whack kids that follow whack average plastic rappers. Yeah. Gucci belt, Louis belt, Fendi fucking wallet. Drop the stupid topic, heard enough of all the nonsense. Blood was spilled on the rocks, mounted on your watches. It's revolution time, revolutionize your conscience. Hey look, hey look, hey look, hey look, hey look. Hey look, 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 hey look. My bro said he wanna hear me sell out, but I don't know if I could ever sell out. Might as well just go to jail, put me in a cell and just sell out. Who am I kidding? Yeah, I wanna get rich. Tired of the struggle trying to make my rent. It's the same old shit, it ain't different. Some dudes alright, singing life's a bitch. What the fuck is this? I'm at the bottom end. Hate an alligator, I'm a hippopotamus. Stomping your shit until the lowest sediment. Cause you didn't make sense when you're moving them lips. Homie, get a new head, well you need a new lid. People are thinking that's an opportunity to win. Taking it to another level with a little bass and treble. Knocking it out the park, I'm swinging from the fence. It's a trip. Hey look, 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 hey look.